All righty, I'm here with my girl Tiara today, and we're going to chat about some 2 to 3, 4 movies that pretty much describe our lives and um, our past lives, current life, however it sees fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Lakeesha. I'm the CEO and the founder of Soul Coaching Women, where I empower divorced women to overcome the fear of separation by setting boundaries and increasing self-love in order to achieve confidence and personal growth. I'm also the author of Grand Rising, a self-help book for young girls, teens, and women. I'm so proud to be an author. Oh my gosh, it makes me feel so freaking good. I'm gonna have to tell you what I did too after you introduce yourself. But it was amazing. I loved it. So
Okay. I am your girl, Tiara Gary. I am your motivational coach, helping you budget and save for success.
mm,
I'm going to keep it short.
okay. Look at we got
Because I
some.
want to hear, look, I want to hear what you, look, you done got me interested now. What have you done?
So I ended up going to speak at a school, a high school. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna donate a book. I think that's a beautiful thing. I'm like everywhere I go, I want to donate a book. So something said, bring this big bag of books. Other people probably there want to purchase and blah blah blah. Got
Hmm.
whatever. So I grabbed a few, and my daughter was coming, and she was like, no, grab some more. I said, okay, I grab some more. I'm like, give me some more. And she's like, yeah, grab some more. So I'm like, grab some more. I probably had just grab this. So it's all heavy. So went there. I'm like, all right, I want to, donate a book, sign out to the person. Girl, the person who invited me to speak, girl, bought several books.
Really?
And yes, other people there, book. Girl, I had a whole bag of books and I maybe walked away home with two. And maybe about 15 that I sold and I donated to.
I know that's right. I
Yeah.
know that's right.
You're not gonna like, no, I'm not gonna bring this many. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna bring these many. So I was just going back and forth playing. Girl, I said I'd never play again. I'd rather have more than not enough. Cause
A to the man.
I'm telling
A
you, it
to
would have
the
hurt
man.
me to not because these were high school kids that that she purchased the books for all of them could have a book. And it would have
Hmm.
been so hurt for me to be able to one of these students to not be able to have my book.
Or if their moms were there, you never know.
Yes.
You
And
never know.
it was beautiful. And it just ended up meeting like some doulas and some nurses. And it was just a beautiful thing just to be able to connect. So
Hmm.
with other like-minded people, it was a beautiful thing. So I mean, that was actually Tuesday. So I left work, did that, and just being able to speak to other people as far as like my life and my trauma and me just saying like where I came from, where I'm going, and I got so much to offer in life. Girl, they was like, oh, I want you to speak, girl. I got some for you. I said, oh my God, seriously. So it was beautiful because it just opened up more doors. So I'm like, girl, I said everybody finna see this face. So that's why I want to talk to everybody gonna see this face. I'm like, people, I said, y'all gonna remember this face. So girl, they was taking pictures with me with my book and stuff. So it made me feel so good. And I was doing my
That
autograph.
is good.
Yes, the girl I had my autograph them. Girl, so it was great.
I think April I'm gonna focus on putting out my small book guidebooks for seeds of success. Um, I told you I've been writing them in my phone, so
Mhm.
I'm ready to translate that for April, and then let everything kind of span from that book and see how that goes.
That'd be nice. That'd be
I
nice.
don't know why I'm just super motivated about the guide.
You should.
Really motivated about that.
You should. I mean, that's beautiful. Just how you even said how you're gonna have the guy with that, A
The
through Z.
ABCs.
Yeah, I mean that's
I think about that every single day. I have no idea why I'm so excited about that.
I mean, just giving people those tools is like stuff that we didn't have. You see what I'm That's why I made my
Mhm.
book the way I did. Don't just read about my life. People do these memoirs all the time. No. How can I help you through that process? How can I give you something that I didn't have? How can I give you these jewels? It's like this self-care after each chapter then questions to ask yourself, then resources too. You're not alone. Let me give you these resources
Right.
too. Girl, I'm talking
A book.
about when I was putting together and I was telling my editor, and she was like, wow. I was like, this is what I want. And she did exactly what I wanted. I'm talking about, I have never seen a book like that at all whatsoever. And if it is out there, guess what? That's the beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of my shit. When I say, yeah, Grand Rising, it got this. I'm proud of myself because when I go back and sit back and when I had listened to my Audible before I released it because I want to listen to it. I'm like, damn, this woman been through some shit, but she's still surviving and making it happen. So I'm like, shit.
Right.
It makes me feel good. So
Right. Now she's sharing. She's bringing people along.
yes. And that's my main thing, bringing people along to be able to heal because my mom didn't talk about some damn healing and do, what is you supposed to do with healing? How do you get this? They didn't talk about going to see a therapist. They didn't talk about no chakras, no stones, or this, that. They didn't talk about none of that. You just don't say shit. You just keep it moving. And that's just what it was. And even with my mom today, I'm like, Mom, you need to go see a therapist. I ain't seeing no therapist. I'm like, you know what? Okay. But my thing is, that's that older generation. But hell no, I need to heal because I need to give all my stuff and my energy to somebody else. And I want to be ready for, like I said, my next part. I'm ready to live my best life. Girl,
Right here.
wait till I quit. Girl. No, I'm gonna live my best life now, actually, because I'm not gonna even wait to, gotta do it every day.
Girl, I went out this weekend with family, and one of my cousins, she dyed her hair, and I was like, you know what would look really good on you? A platinum blonde. And she said, oh yeah, I'm gonna wait till my 50th birthday. I said, ain't nobody guaranteeing you that.
Right.
And
Right.
then another cousin saying she's trying to go to, I think, Taiwan, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that for my 45th birthday. And I'm like, who said? Ain't nobody told you guarantee anything. You need to, y'all talking about 5 years away.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna need y'all to if that's something you really desire, I'm gonna need you to set a sooner date.
Yes.
Make that 40, put another trip, your
Yes.
secondary trip for those days.
Yes. That's true because when I say it every day, time don't wait for nobody at
Nope.
all whatsoever, at all whatsoever. I seen this, I had shared it today, and when I seen it, I'm like, you know what? I need to um live by this. It says if I could find it, and I probably can't find it. Um, let me see. Girl, nope, I don't even know what happened to it. Either way it go, it was a younger hand with a older hand. And it
Mm-hmm.
was pretty much wrinkled. And it's like, no, you live your time now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wow, that's like real. Like it goes so fast, and you'll look up and it's like, man, I wanted to do this, I want to do this. I'm done being like that. And
Right.
I'm older, but I'm not that old. So I got some shit to
Mm-hmm.
do. It's some stuff that I didn't do. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, girl. They're like, where Keisha? Where Keisha? Where Keisha? Where Keisha? I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. I told them, I said, I'm gonna dye my hair blonde and go to Thailand this year. Don't play with me. Both of y'all gonna be mad.
Right. And they were like, what the hell? She
Took all her stuff. It ain't
right,
yours.
right. She gone. Yes, I'm gone with some blonde hair going to time. Wow. But yeah. So we're gonna talk about our movies. And my first movie I picked was Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Mm-hmm.
I chose Diary of a Mad Black Woman because I was angry, mad, a lot in my life, a lot of trauma that I went through in life. I didn't smile as a young girl, a teenager, and part of my adult life. I did not smile. I mean, somebody smiled at me, obviously I smiled back, but I always had like this straight face. Like, I'm happy. I'm not smiling all the time, but I felt I was. But nope, I was considered this mad Black woman. I actually, I'm saying it like that now. Someone just told me that maybe a couple months ago, they told me that it was challenging for them to ever say something to me because it seemed like I was a mad Black woman. I said, what? I said, I'm so happy. I'm smiling. I'm nice. I said, what? He was like, well, yeah, now since I know you, you took my class, but I was afraid to ask you to take my breathing class because seemed like you were mad all the time. I'm like, well, shit, people that assume can make an ass out of themselves, but obviously, whatever. But that's how we are perceived. Like, if you're mad, just because we don't know our emotions, like, you stated earlier, we don't know. It's like mad, sad, angry. We don't, what other emotions do they have? And I love they
Mm-hmm.
came out. Remember that? Can't even remember what it's called, but they came out with that emoji movie. You know what I'm talking about? And they had
I
different,
haven't seen it, but I heard of it.
what's it called? Not, I can't even think about what
Is
it,
it emoji? The
no.
name of it?
Mm-mm. I cannot even think about it, but it was so bomb, and it had like different kinds of emotions, and it was so freaking bomb. And even with that being stated, I didn't even know like as many emotions that I should have until I got a divorce. And my therapist was like, well, how you feeling? I'm mad, angry, and pissed.
Look.
He was like, well, what else? Those it. What else? Other emotions can I have during this time? But obviously he wanted me to dig deeper into what it is that I was going through. And with me not growing up with that, I really just didn't know how to answer it.
Right, identify that you're hurt, you're
Yes.
actually sad, vulnerable,
Yeah.
those things. But we always go straight. Either I'm happy or I'm mad,
Yeah.
the two we know.
Exactly. And I was never vulnerable. So it's like, vulnerable? I'm not going to use that because that made me feel like I was weak. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
I'm weak. I'm like, that's not me, or I'm hurt. No, but those are what I was feeling, but I didn't know how to say this is what it was. Now, with my book out, shit, I had to be vulnerable as ever to tell my story. And not just that it makes me feel good, because if I'm able to help that next person, I feel so damn good. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, let me share as a Black woman to be able to tell people it's okay, because that's how you be able to heal. As I speak and talk about it all the time, about my trauma life, being molested, being divorced, being in debt, had a baby at a young age, I'm helping somebody else and it makes me feel good. So I said, shit,
mm-hmm.
kudos to me. My next one is
Yep.
waiting to exhale. Waiting to exhale is the next one because it's like we go through certain situations in life and I just have to release it. So my next movie is Waiting to Exhale. I got with my girls talk, you know what I'm saying, being able to release it. You definitely have to be with like-minded individuals. Like I said, I have my divorce coaching. So it's like for you to be able to heal, you have to be able to release it. If you don't talk,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't talk about it, it's like it's just stuck in and like, what do you do next? So being able to heal and release and talk about it is a huge. My
Yeah.
last one is Love Jones. The last name is Jones, but however, Love Jones just hit me because the love that they had in that movie, even when they, went their separate ways and came back and just love. And I've been manifesting like what my next partner is going to be, a nice, strong, intelligent, somebody that's knowledgeable, somebody to be like, baby, I feel what you're going through. Somebody that can, share things with me and not, criticize, and things like that. Somebody be like, damn, come home, food done, clothes, um, doing so. I want it to be the feminine and masculinity stuff. No, we can do this shit together. We're partners.
Right.
That's what I want. I don't want, oh yeah, this
A
is cute.
team.
A team, period. That's it. And I don't know who set that shit up like, no, you don't do this or you can't do that. That ain't in my life. Let's do this shit together, baby.
2022.
Period. So those are the movies I chose. And just I had to just like diary map back on. No, let me release this. Love Jones, I'm finding my partner.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, that's it all day. So what about you,
So
girl?
mine are three TV series.
Okay.
The first would be The Wire from my hometown of Baltimore. The Wire is a docu series, but scripted because it's so close to reality about pretty much the trials of growing up in inner cities. I'm pretty sure most of them are like that, right? So just the corruptness of the education system, the law enforcement, the court system, the newspaper reporting, and how people are really living out in these streets, poor, uh, like paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
That's where my passion comes from. Like all the struggles I had that many of you have seen on The Wire. So I was afraid to watch Wire when it first came out because I felt like it was rubbing my reality in my face. It was still fresh wound when I was younger. But I caught on later and I was like, oh, this is really real, like so close to home. Like, how does someone know the realities of this lifestyle?
Hmm.
And I really got into it, and I was just like in awe that it was so freaking accurate, so freaking accurate. So it's probably in the top three of most realistic TV shows or movies.
Wow.
So that's my
That's
first
deep. That's deep.
TV show. Yeah, it's deep if you ever check it out. But my next two TV series, they're kind of similar, but they're about Black women and just their life, dating life, working life, um, just that solo living, dating, trying to figure out who you are. So the first one would be Being Mary Jane.
Mhm.
That movie was me to the T, right? It was with Gabrielle Union, as she lived her singlehood, dating, serial dating, because I used to serial date, and and she
Look.
was serial dating,
Okay.
um, and it's so funny. So I it showed how a guy would come over like early in the middle of the night, and then she would get up real quick, throw all her stuff under the bed,
Okay.
take all her little affirmations off the wall because it looked like a crazy house, and it would show her actually taking little whole baths. But I'm like,
Okay.
man, you in your house, you can take a whole shower. What you waiting?
Right. Right.
Yeah, it showed how she would take her little whole baths and freshen her arms and run people out of breath. But I make them. You gonna wait? You better
Yeah.
call me before you coming over.
Right.
But it just reminds me of like my dating history,
Okay.
the wackiness of the type of guys and the variety of men that you can meet, the old love coming back, all of that. And a big part of it was her family, how the family can be cumbersome. So she was, the first to graduate. She had a very successful career as a TV show host. The challenges she faced in the workplace, um, the racial issues she faced in the workplace, and then her family was such a burden. She constantly had to run back home. I think they were in Atlanta. She had to run back home and pay for this, bail somebody out of jail. So that was just so close to home for me. The other is Issa Rae's Insecure TV series. That's a popular one, but
Okay.
same
Lisa
story.
Ray. Lisa Ray.
Issa Rae.
Okay.
Issa
Okay.
Rae, her show Insecure. Um, that was just also to the T. It started off with her and her boyfriend, who her boyfriend who used to be on the couch playing his video games. They met in college. They weren't in love, but he was not motivated.
Mm.
So she started that. They started having spats because he wasn't attractive no more. Like man up.
Okay.
So she started dabbling. She got in trouble because a old love came back, and her different dating experiences, going back to my experiences, getting rid of somebody else coming back, somebody else going, a new one. Is
Mm.
this one, not straight? Just all the trials and tribulations of dating and trying to have a career in this world currently. So it was so modern, so up to date, and it had many different characters. Even the guys had their own storyline, and I could relate to some of their stuff. Um, but it was pretty hilarious, and it was definitely another clear view of my dating life. Even my homeboys would text me like, "Girl, look at what you're doing! Like, you got
Right.
this craziness going on," and I'm like, "Yes, this is like those shows were so on T. It's like someone literally was writing my lifestyle, like the Truman Show. Someone wrote my story as it happened and then made it a movie."
Wow.
So those are
Wow.
my interesting series.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And like I said, me, woo, child, dating. I mean, I'm excited to date. I'm also nervous to date because these damn people out here these days, you just never know at all.
Yeah.
But however, if I'm manifesting, and I know I'm gonna have a great one. But I think right now, with me just getting out here, I don't need that time for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
and to just enjoy life. Like I want to take a trip. Shit, I'm going. I'm out of here. And it's like I want to be able to enjoy maybe a year or two just single.
Just single. You should. You
Just
really should.
single. Just
I
single.
did. I dated somebody fresh out of a divorce, maybe about 7 months, talking about he was ready for a relationship.
No.
Girl, a
No.
relationship with yourself and God, you better get out of here.
No,
He was
seriously. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like I feel, a guy, he wants to date me and like, oh, I want to be with you. I'm like, dude, no, because I'm not healed. And do you want me to bring this old bag of stuff onto you?
That's what he did, girl. I was like, God, Lord, ain't
Yeah.
enough room in this bed for me, you, her luggage, your luggage, the anger, the fights, the bills, the kids, the last court day. I said, I can't sleep at night with this.
Hold on, you hit it all. I'm talking about you hit every angle. You said court kids, this, that. Oh my God.
All the anger and hurt he didn't know was anger. It was just kept coming out like, I'm like, sir, you need to see a therapist yesterday. It was so much it just kept coming and coming and coming. I'm like, you are not healed. You're not working on healing. You and I can only imagine what she going through, but I couldn't. I said, no, sir.
I'm I mean, and it's crazy because people do, and I think it more so they jump out the relationship to fill that void. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like I felt lonely, like, oh my gosh, and shit, I got work to do. I'm trying to make this money. That is like that trumps everything. And I was lonely at first and like, oh my gosh, but now with my business and everything that's going on in my Audible, my book, and I don't have time for now. I want to make this money. I want to go with
Mm-hmm.
girlfriends, like let's go travel, let's go take a trip. That's what I'm on. I don't need
And
it.
not in a rush.
No. And I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm getting older, but no, let me enjoy. And when God says time, it's time.
Getting older, what does that mean though? You've been married.
I know. I mean, I don't even say, yeah, I know. You're right. I've been there. So shit, like
And
not
you
even
got your
Valentine's.
kids. What you mean?
Right. Got kids, been married, a
You
house.
getting older, you better get married and have some kids. So I already did that. You
Yeah.
already did it.
Right. That's right. So it's like, girl, I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So yeah, so that's
You
why,
getting older, you better go find Keisha girl, find out what she like.
you know what? It's so important to you. I'm so happy, like really we having that conversation because that's real. That's real talk. Like seriously, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's
Hmm.
all I want to do. And I'm excited. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it.
Take you a nice little trip to Essence Festival.
Where's that at and when?
Hmm. Oh, so that's gonna be in New Orleans.
I ain't never been.
So on my Zoom call, it's story time. So I'll tell you more.
Oh
But
yeah, okay, yeah. Tell me, girl, because if it's coming up or
it's
some type real whatever, yeah. I ain't
New
been there.
Orleans in July.
Okay, yeah. All right, let's chat. Let's chat more about it then. So, anyways, it was great chatting with you, Tierra. Definitely, I'm gonna take time out for Keisha. A year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, maybe pop up. I'm like, shit, I'm enjoying this.
I want to hear all. I want
Yeah,
all the story.
all I'm doing is making all my money. I ain't got time. I do whatever the hell I want to do. Because for real, you got married. What else? Like, do you really want to be tied down now? No.
You can when it comes. It comes. But I think you did that. What, 15 years already?
Well,
At least 15 years since
yeah.
you was a teenager, right?
Since he was 15, but I'd have known him since 22 years.
Okay.
The relationship off and on, but we got married in 2012. But then before that, I was
Okay,
in a
okay.
relationship. I ain't had time for me and myself. So hell no, it's time, girl. Thank you for bringing that back to. I need that. So I'm gonna focus on Keisha. Thank you. I appreciate it. That made me feel good. So y'all, it was y'all girl Keisha, Lakeesha J. And I'm here with my girl Tiara. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all will catch us next week, the same time, same place. And y'all enjoy. Y'all can definitely find information about us below and also about my book, Grand Rising. I am definitely going to do a raffle for my not my ebook, I'm sorry, my Audible. So definitely chat, comment, and I'm definitely going to take the first two people that comment that's interested in my Grand Rising book. Again, it's a Grand Rising. It's a self-help book for young girls, teens, and women, just to be able to help individuals in their life that's going through certain situations. After each chapter is a self-care section, questions to ask ourselves to love ourselves, and also additional resources also. So go ahead, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will chat with you all soon.
Later.
Bye-bye.